Hey, welcome back everybody. Last time we took a tour of Under the Sea and the minecart subway, and I wanted to show you a couple other things that we built last time. Um, just one of the things was we finally found a village, and that was a big thing at the time, but it was so far away we had to travel there rapidly. So we built this underwater um, sluice gate or canal so that we could get to the North Route Canal. Little nod there to Half-Life 2. Um, but basically at that point in time that was north, and we were trying to get to still's north to the village. So this would take us so far underground, and then we'd run up some stairs, and then we'd run along walkways, and then we'd be at the village. But it was just ridiculously far away. So I'm just going to get a boat here. Um, go look in here. There we go. So there was all sorts of fine-tuning things with the boats not going in walls and crashing and stuff like that, and learning that you had to put it in the moving water blocks and you couldn't put it in the other water blocks, and oh shoot. Main thing is to keep it in the middle. So it goes pretty fast. For us this was like hyper speed or something at the time. And so you'll recall there was a lot of copying and pasting with getting these builds out of the old world and into the new world. I'm getting out, yeah, just before the boat smashes. So this would have kept going on further and further. You can see how effectively it kept going. We just made each section 7 blocks, and that allowed the water to spill over each section into the next section. Totally recommend you get the roof nice and high if you're going to do this. Like 3 blocks is the minimum you want. Because as you get going and get going pretty quick, you actually carry on at the same level, and you don't drop down with the water, so you can actually hit the ceiling if it's much lower. Because remember, you're 2 blocks high, and if you come off here and you're 2 blocks high and you didn't have it that high, you'd be hitting your head right about there. So yeah, that's what we did for the canal, and I'm just going to get myself back up to the top, and then I'll show you some of the other builds that we had. I'll just pause it so you don't have to wait while I get back. Okay, so almost back up at the top there, and just making our way out of the North Route Canal. And there we go. Good. So one of the things that we built for Freshwind was a little cabin. She really wanted a cabin that would give her a nice safe place to play. Freshwinds. We'll fix it. Okay. So this was her little cabin in here, and there's actually an exit here that came down, and this was a lookout that had been built by Fire Guy that allowed you to close the door against mobs and fight all your way down the wall here. So it was pretty fun. And then there was this stone bridge. You could fight your way across here if you had to in the middle of the night with the mobs, and pop out here. And then this was Freshwinds. I see something has blown up the front door. Boy, you leave for a little bit. Soul sand, that's interesting. Maybe somebody helped the front door. But basically we wanted grass in, sort of like a green carpet, and then we had windows that actually gave a pretty cool view, and then we covered all the windows in water. Oops, I think I just fell down a hole. Hang on a sec. Okay, there we go. So downstairs here was to the back door, and that led outside, and a little bit of light, and it was actually a nice sneaky little back entrance. Put those half steps in there, and then we had a stairway here and did some work with fence. That is so weird. What's that doing there? And then the kitchen. I mean, some people would think the kitchen was amazing. We must have had an Enderman in here griefing. Boy, you leave these things alone long enough, and the Endermen come and show you how they would like things. So butcher block counters with all sorts of storage and lots of stoves. The idea was that was sort of the kitchen, this was sort of the eating hall. and sort of like the round table, but not round. And then more fence railings and out onto the deck. This is, of course, where all the barbecuing takes place, all the grilling, and the roof with some fence to keep the water off. So, hey, fire guy. So that was the big house that we built for Freshwind, and we'll just go down here and we'll show you the cactus cabin. It was another build we did for Freshwind. Let's run down here, and must be getting close. There we go. A little bit of lava art there. Can never have enough of that. And front door here, and we just come in like that. And the idea was to have a very open space that, well, certainly wasn't natural, but was very minimal. So with the bed and the dirt roof, just kept it really simple, really natural. So that was the third build that we did for Freshwind. So you've seen our root canal, our north root canal, the water canal, and you've seen the 3 builds that we did for Freshwind today. So I hope you get inspired by some of these ideas, and thanks for hanging out. Catch you later. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe, and definitely remember to like the video. Thanks so much. Cheers.